And welcome to Two Great Goatees and Whistle. I'm your host, Coach Eddie, along with the coach's wife, Amanda.
Hello.
And today we are going to talk about a particular indoor track meet that happens in Idaho. That's kind of unique, but it's known worldwide.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? We're going to talk about the Idaho Simplot Games. So Idaho Simplot Games are an indoor track meet for high school athletes. And this thing is participated by not just people around Idaho, but 22 plus states. Plus you get countries that come to this regularly.
Different countries.
Different countries. Yeah. So we're talking Canada, Australia, Peru, and then sometimes other countries will come to this as well. This event is considered unique because it is an open meet, which means it's not an invite. If you can figure out a way to get there as a high school athlete, you can participate. Which is nice. It makes it very accessible to everybody. High school age athletes can register. There's actually a site for it, the Simplot Games. Also, admission for spectators is traditionally free. Was it free for us last year or this year?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it was free. Yeah.
I think it was.
So yeah, free event. Don't have to pay for parking. It's held in Pocatello, Idaho at the ICCU Dome, formerly Holt Arena. It is famous for its 200-meter banked wooden track, considered one of the fastest indoor tracks in North America. Fast service. It has produced national records, world-class performers, and future NCAA stars and Olympians. All have come through here. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we had the opportunity to go this year.
Yeah, I had never even heard of it.
I have heard of it, but I didn't know how big it was.
Right.
I mean, I've heard of Simplot Games. I was like, okay. I mean, I was never in track or anything like that.
Simplot has a pretty good foothold in Idaho.
Yeah. Simplot family. Basically, your potatoes. If you're eating a fry.
It's a big company. Big agricultural company.
If you're eating a fast food fry, it's probably from Simplot.
Right.
Likely so. Very, very much agriculture-based community farming, dairies,
pretty
stuff
much
like
all
that.
of Idaho.
All of Idaho. They're big. So they've been sponsoring this for a long time. It's to talk a little bit about it first. We're going to talk about how they do the things. It's kind of presented as an Olympic style games. They have a parade of athletes, opening ceremony, introductions of states and countries. They have national anthems and celebrate athletes' appearances. Legendary Olympian Dick Fosbury, who is an Idahoan. Know what he was famous for? Track.
Well,
event.
I'm assuming track and field, but
Fosbury flop for high jump.
Oh, okay,
the way that you
would
do how they do the
technique.
The technique that they use, that came from him.
No kidding.
Yep. He served as an honorary chairman for years before he passed in 2023. Other connections of athletes, Lojo.
Okay.
Allison Felix, Al Joyner, and a couple ones we'll talk about here that are more recent famous or are legends to Idaho as far as made it to the pinnacle of track and field in the Olympics.
Right.
So one of the biggest names connected to the Simplot Games was Ryan Krauser, thrower, Olympic gold medalist, multi-time world champ, world record holder. He record holding for shot put with a throw of 23.38 meters. So he can launch it.
That's impressive.
Yes. Then probably one of the most famous ones where Idaho State even has a track and field event named after Stacy Dragila. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Dragila. She is from a very small town of Auburn. She is connected. She did her college career at Idaho State. What makes her story so incredible? She pioneered women's pole vaulting. In fact, pole vaulting wasn't really an event, and then for women, and then she was the first one to win gold in the event ever in the 2000 Olympics in Australia. Yeah.
That's a hell of a claim to fame. That's really cool.
Yeah. She entered the sport. There was no Olympic dream team for women when it came to that particular sport. At Idaho State, Stacy originally competed in gymnastics and track before focusing on pole vaulting. She became one of the pioneers of women pole vault to help legitimize the event worldwide. By the late 90s, she was breaking American records and then world records and became the face of pole vaulting for women's.
That's really cool.
For worldly. 2000 Olympics, Sydney. Women's pole vault made it to the Olympics debut, and she won the first Olympic gold medal ever awarded in the event. She is not just that, but she ended up having a training facility in Garden City.
No kidding.
Yep. And I think some of the girls we knew that do pole vault I think they might have
gone over
there before. Yeah,
had some training.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I would say she's probably a good source. It's probably pretty knowledgeable.
She's been elected to the high school Athletics Association Hall of Fame, the Olympics Hall of Fame.
That is cool.
She didn't just build Olympic medals; she literally helped develop the sport. Her professional meets associated with this. She was associated with the Simplot Games in 2000, 2001. Broke world records in women pole vaulting right there in Pocatello.
That's amazing.
Yep. Just imagine being a high school athlete at Simplot Games and watching the best pole vaulter on earth set records in your state.
I think that goes for any state or any time that you can see somebody that is a part of your community excel in something and put their name out there in such a fantastic way that I just think it's one of those makes your heart kind of grow.
Yeah.
Feel good.
But with this and her ties to the Simplot Games, I mean, it's really cool, especially some of the name drops of the Olympic athletes that have been a part of this. And there's been several others too. And we'll go over them here in a second, some of the other ones and some of the records they broke at the games. But for us, when we went to watch our nephew and then a couple other kids that you taught. And I was just in awe. The amount of people there. I was like, holy
super
crap.
Impressed with how many, I mean, the stands were fairly full and it's a big stadium, but I was impressed with the sheer number of athletes there who were simply there to do something they loved and excelled at and wanted to have that experience of getting better and seeing other athletes who excel as well and learning from each other. I saw so many of them just sitting there in the stands, watching them mill around on the field and get ready for their events. I saw so many athletes from different, not only walks of life, from different states, different countries, just talking to each other. And that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it truly is very unique. I mean,
it was a neat experience. It really was.
It was. And I was just like, wow, this is really cool. And being that it's a few hours away from us, something like that's going on. Over the decades, many Simplot athletes have gone to NCAA championship, Olympic trials, professional track careers, international competition. You get schools from California, Texas, Utah, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, then countries of Canada and Australia and Peru. Crazy records. You ready to hear some?
Sure.
All right. Notable records. Ryan Crosher, who we talked about, throwing, and boy shot put. I think this is in feet. So convert to meters. I don't know how you do. All right. 70.
Divide it by 3, roughly.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. 77 feet, 2 inch, 2 3/4 inches.
It's pretty close to that 32 meters.
Yeah. And so he did this.
23 meters.
He did this obviously when he was a high schooler. High jump, Alfredo Deza, D-E-Z-A, from Peru. He cleared his high jump at 7 feet, 2 1/4 inches.
I'm sorry.
That's insane.
What the hell? Seriously. So my nephew just won high jump for their districts and qualified for state. He took gold. And he now jumps 4 feet over my head. 4 inches, not 4 feet.
4 inches.
4 inches. But yeah, I'm like, how are you jumping higher than people are tall? And I'm not like exactly tall, but
yeah, like right now in Idaho, when I was looking at the top high jumpers, there's a kid that's at 7 foot.
Good God.
Yeah.
That's taller than like.
Well, and then somebody we know that goes here to Gooding. I think his best is 6'8".
High sixes, yeah.
So it's just crazy. Then triple jump. Let's take a triple jump. This guy named Greg yelled, he jumped over 52 feet.
Jumped over 52 feet?
Into the triple jump.
Oh, the triple.
Triple.
You did. I didn't realize we switched sports.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Switching sports. Triple jump.
I was like, no friggin' way.
Yeah. So that shows you the type of the caliber of athlete.
Yes.
And there's all types there.
Yes. And it didn't everybody was able to participate. Now they had a preliminary and then they had a finals. And so in order to get to the finals of the following day, you had to perform at a certain level. Everybody got to go perform amongst the top of the top versus where they were. And they could have been top of the top. They could have been at the bottom. It didn't matter. They all got that opportunity. And you had everything from actual indoor track and field teams, private teams, school teams, whatever, and just individuals.
Yep.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was. The indoor track itself, and everybody knows indoor track, there's banking, and obviously the track's a lot shorter.
It's a 200 meter versus a 400 meter. And it's loud. My gosh.
You hear that?
Just that.
Because of the wood.
Well, it's hollow underneath. Yeah. It's just a platform that they're running on.
and there's no guardrails really on the side.
We saw a couple kids
We saw a
crash. I
couple.
felt bad.
They were coming around their corner and
Lost their
they got
footing.
focused and got too close to the edge. They had that outside lane and poop, and they fell off. So
It's not like it's feet, but you crash and burn. You're
gonna
running at
hurt.
top speed.
It's
and you
gonna
crash
hurt.
and
You're
burn.
gonna get some bruises. What's really cool about this is just that it becomes high school indoor track like center of the world for a short time. You have Idahoans that have some pride.
And I didn't realize because we just showed up the second day because that's when, most of the kids were doing something that we went to go, support. But I didn't realize they had the opening ceremonies and they made such a big deal. I think that's amazing because you think 100% is how many people actually even get the opportunity to qualify for something like Olympics.
Right.
And then you get to go experience something like that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's a huge benefit for the city of Pocatello. Obviously, hotels fill up.
Well, I just think it's a huge deal for the kids.
And this is a big thing for the kids. It reflects the legacy of J.R. Simplot, who's the Idaho businessman who believes in supporting young athletes and community events. Big
and
supporter.
They do a lot, though.
The Simplot family's done a lot for the community.
For the Idaho athletics program.
So the next one, if you're interested, they've already got the dates set up, February 18th, 20th, 2027 for the 47th. They've had 46 of these starting back since 1979. So
rapidly approaching 50. That's cool.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a cool one.
Yeah. So this is from their actual.
Depends on if we're available and if there's
Yeah.
kids that I like supporting kids, but it's so much more fulfilling when there's kids
Right.
And even if they come in into the pack, it doesn't matter.
Well,
they went there and did that.
I mean, we met a gentleman there from Declo.
Yeah,
that was
just an older gentleman sitting in the stands
by himself watching the games, just enjoying it.
He was a really nice guy.
Yeah. Usually around 2,100 athletes from 19 to 20 plus states. And like I said, Canada, Australia are usually there. And every once in a while, you get other countries. They go to this. And it's, like I said, it's completely free. It's an open. So it's not an invite, which means if you're a high schooler, you can come. It's an amazing, amazing thing.
I mean, there are some certain rules and guidelines too, like as far as if you don't have an indoor track club, you have to come as an independent.
Unless your state has an indoor.
Right. So like the athletes that we knew, they were considered to be independents, but they went with their high school track coach. She just wasn't allowed to coach them or coach them during the times that we went to Pocatello. Somebody else did.
Yeah,
but it's still cool. And it's a support. It's an adult support that they know that is genuinely supportive of what they're doing. That's really cool.
All right. So I got some questions for you. Related to the Simplot games. You're going to tell me whether it's real or fake. That's our theme for the day, by the way. I got another game that you're going to have to do too.
Oh, the theme of the day is prove how dumb I can be.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of this is going to be guessing, but some of these, if you've been listening, you'll know what they are.
Oh, geez.
All right. Question 1, true or false? Athletes must qualify with elite times to compete in the Simplot games.
False.
That is false. It is an open meet.
I probably shouldn't have jumped to it because I was like, what if he says get into the finals? I'll be screwed. I'll change my answer.
What country besides the United States regularly sends athletes? Is it A, Brazil, B, Australia, C, Japan, or D, Germany? Australia.
I was listening.
Which Olympic legend served as honorary chairman before his passing? Was it Carl Lewis, Michael Johnson, Dick Fosbury, or Jackie Joyner-Kersee?
I don't remember his name. He was a thrower.
No. Let's try this again.
You gave me too many athletes.
All right, here we go. Here are the 4 athletes again. Is it A, Carl Lewis, B, Michael Johnson?
It's not
Johnson.
B.
Yeah, because he's Canada. Is it C, Dick Fosbury?
No.
Or is it D, Jackie Joyner-Kersee? What do you mean? It's one of those 4.
I don't remember that name.
Fosbury. Yeah, Dick Fosbury. The Fosbury flop. We literally were talking about that.
Oh my God.
How the high jump.
Well, you threw like 40,000 athletes in the middle of that conversation.
4.
I'm sorry, Fosbury.
Yeah, the Fosbury family. We're sorry.
We're sorry. I'm sorry. My listening skills have never been great.
Oh, boy.
I'll admit to it.
All right. So going with that theme, we're going to do another trivia thing. At first, though, before we get into that, let's go ahead and do the Would You Rather segment, and then we'll jump into this one because this will lead us right into Mascot of the Week.
Okay. All right. Here's your Would You Rather questions. We're taking it from the point of view of the athlete this time.
Oh.
So you're an athlete.
An athlete. That's bottom time. Yes.
Okay. Question number 1. Would you rather have a coach who pushes you to your limits every day or a coach who focuses more on keeping you mentally confident?
That's a good one.
We've had a lot of conversations lately about the mental confidence and personal ability to control your positivity and be not so hard on yourself. We've had that conversation a lot lately due to some of the athletes that we have been
associated with, whether it be students or relatives who are doing athletics.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
even students at the end of the year, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Don't be so dang hard on yourself.
So
have some confidence.
I'm going to look at this as, so the first choice was, read the first one again. The second one,
a coach who pushes you to your limits every day.
Okay. So I think it doesn't matter who it is, if you can't push yourself, it ain't going to matter. So I think if you're an athlete who truly loves what you're doing, I want the mental training, because to me, that's, yes. And the reason why I say that is because even the athletes that are very competitive, they get the yips, they get in that funk where nothing's going right and they get in their head. And I think if you had that mental, able to keep yourself not getting rattled, not getting in your head, I think the other stuff will come, because if you can put that stuff out of your head, you're not going to second guess yourself. It will slow you down, where you could be, you're either having a misstep on a jump or, foul shots. You miss a shot, but
you're able to,
the game's on the line. You might have gone 1 for 10 in shooting, but you still had the confidence and it didn't phase you where you still take that last shot and make it, or whatever it is. That's the mental training, I think, is so undervalued.
I think it's undervalued. I think it's not as prevalent as it should be in sports today.
And I think a lot of it is just that coaches
don't know how
to. And I think that's one thing I think that coaches need to, and this goes for parents too, because I think the parents can help on this side of it too. But I know it's for kids. We know this with kids. Your parents, the kids aren't going to listen to you.
They're the last person you want to hear from. Parents don't know nothing.
Yeah, they don't know nothing. Whether it's our daughter or whether it was listening to
my brother
or my sister, or listening about how their kid just
tunes them completely out.
Yeah, tunes them out. So, which is a common thing with kids.
So I don't see. I did sports all the way through high school. I did sports in the league. I did sport. I mean, we were always involved in something. I mean, even sports to 4-H to whatever. I don't ever remember mentally kicking myself. I don't. I wanted my coach to be like, you are going to do this workout because this is going to put you in the best physical shape, and you are going to run this play until you do it in your sleep. I craved that intensity and that competitiveness far more than I valued the mental side of it. And maybe part of it was just because of the environment that I was able to go home to every day.
That might be some of it.
Because we had a very good home. We did. Or do.
Well,
I can't say did, but I never felt like I needed that mental side of, I never felt like I got that down on myself. I mean, I made mistakes, but I always felt like my desire to win and be better every time outweighed any mental thing I had going on.
And I'm kind of wondering if this is also and the sign of the times where, and
part of it,
I think because of how accessible kids have to see other kids or other athletes, and they always, and like we've talked before, they always see the outcome.
It's so unrealistic.
It's unrealistic, but that's what they see. And the
social media is so unrealistic because you're only seeing
the outcome.
Highs. You're only seeing the highlight successes. Reels. You're not seeing the hours and years and that went into it, or the failure after the failure after the failure that went into anything.
They don't see the grind. I think, and kids, that gets in kids' heads. I think. For
they
us,
feel like they can't fail.
Right.
Or if they do, well, shit, I'm not good enough.
Yep.
That was why. Stop that. That's a hard one.
Next question.
Second question. Would you rather hear tough criticism from your coach after every game, or only positive feedback even when you make mistakes?
I want to be honest. If that means that somebody needs to tell me that, hey, you're not doing your end of the bargain. Yeah.
I agree.
And I think if the mental training comes into place to say you're getting proper training and you understand it's not personal.
Well, it's not personal.
Because I've always said, if a coach is still talking to me and still harping on me,
so I believe you can do it.
As soon as you start tuning them out, or you're thinking that
or
you're
they're
not coachable,
not talking to you
basically,
anymore.
If a coach is not talking to you anymore, young athletes, you have screwed up.
You've reached the point that they understand that you're no longer either just in that moment or altogether you've become uncoachable, and they're just white noise.
Yeah, and they're not going to waste their energy.
No, they'll go to another athlete better than you or worse than you who is coachable because they can make them achieve and become better.
Yep.
I agree with that. Okay, question number 3. Would you rather have your family attend every game or have them support you quietly from home? Now, I know this depends on the type of family you have, but this is you.
For me,
yeah,
I would want them there. Never. I mean, when I was actually playing sports when I was younger, especially in Little League, it was rarity that I had family around.
Yeah.
Mom worked, and it was a rarity. And then I remember my mom. I do remember a few times where my mom did get some time off to come see me. I had like one of my best games, right, in baseball, and it was like minor league. It was like Little League football or baseball. And I remember my mom bragging me up. She did. Like I was playing. I think I was playing second base or something like that, and there was ran out to the outfield to get something, and threw a rocket, and I actually kind of had an arm to home plate to get it out.
Right.
And I just remember those moments, and then those moments I remember because they're few and far between. Because as I got in high school, I did football, and I wasn't that good, and I wasn't really starting.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a lot of JV, and I was starting, but when I got to varsity level, special teams is where I played.
Yeah.
But but at that time, my mom had a different job. She was there supporting me and stuff like that, and so was my stepdad. And my dad would come to games because he had kind of moved there. But when I was younger, I really didn't have that, and I missed not having that. My parents not seeing me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the kids that their parents aren't really there for the right reasons, or there's a lack of support or the negativity that comes along with it, which is just unfortunate. But my parents were always there. They made everything they could make for all of us. There was 5 of us. And yeah, occasionally they wouldn't make a game, like an out-of-town game that was in the middle of the week, and they had 3 of my siblings doing 2 other, different things. And
that's the reality. And I think
that's
most
the reality
kids,
of having more than
kids
one kid.
understand that.
But my parents were always there.
If your game's 5-6 hours away, and that was a very reality for
some of us
in Oregon who lived in Eastern Oregon. That was a league game was 5 hours away. The chances of them making that game was pretty small. So
and they'd make some of them, like if it was a Friday game or
right.
But my parents were very supportive. My parents, because all 3 of us girls did track and field, and my sister, the middle sister, God bless her crazy heart, she did long distance. That was her jam. She'd just run and run. And I'm like, why? Why are you running so much?
She had long legs compared to you.
Everybody does. And then I ran, my jam was the 400 and field events and the 4x4 relay. And so my parents, bless their hearts, were there from the beginning of the field events to the 4x4 relay, which is the dead last event of a track meet. And they would sit there, and they'd come to every one of them.
And that, that might be a 5-6 hour day.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they would do it. I mean, weekly. Yeah. I wouldn't have traded that for the world. I really wouldn't have.
Yep.
Okay. Would you rather have super speed, but only when running backwards, or incredible strength, but it's only good for opening pickle jars?
Well, I could at least say for the incredible speed backwards, then I could be a cornerback.
Oh, there you go.
Because you're running backwards.
There you go. So for certain sports, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But you're a husband. You don't want to be able to open all my pickle jars.
You can open them now for the most part. They're really not much of a thing. Yeah. I'll say we going backwards.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Yeah. And I was thinking about, I didn't do football. Never had really desire to do football, but I was thinking from a basketball standpoint.
Oh, yeah. Defense.
I was quick. And we, in the school I went to, we didn't have a lot of height. We didn't have a lot of strength, but we were quick. And so we won games with breakaways all the time. We would outrun the other teams. Generally, I was one of the first ones down the court. And so being able to run backwards would have been fantastic.
Yeah, you're kidding.
Instead of the sideways waiting for the ball.
Yep.
Okay, last question. Would you rather accidentally celebrate on the other team's end zone, or call your coach mom during a post-game interview?
I would say call my mom.
Call your coach
mom. Because I'm sorry, that would just be so embarrassing.
Mom's so supportive of me. Mom, whether I mess up or, coach.
Walk up to my coach, give him a hug, go, Mom! Yeah. So, anyways. Cool. Are we ready to move on?
Yep.
All right.
That's all I
So
got for
our
you.
next segment, we're going to do real team or made up mascot.
Okay.
Some of these are going to be lay-ins for you. You should know this.
Well, yeah.
And they'll get a little more difficult as we go along. Okay. But if you have been paying attention to the show, you'll know some of these because some of these have been on past episodes.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. I'm only like one episode behind, so I should know this.
Number 1, here's your lay-in. Savannah Bananas.
Yes, it's very much
very
mascot.
real. Very real thing. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Number 2, the Nebraska Moon Cows.
No.
It is fake. There's a backstory. The mascot was supposedly inspired by cows staring at the moon during tornado season.
What? I don't think that's what they were looking at. They're like, we can see the moon. Okay. There's no clouds. We're good. Maybe that's what it was.
All right, next one.
When you can't see the moon anymore at night, you're screwed. Okay. It's a stormy night.
All right. So I'm going to give you the stories behind these, by the way. The first 2, yeah. So the rest of these are going to have a backstory and that will at least kind of help whether or not they're real or not.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is the Hartford Yard Goats. And the fun fact about them is yard goat actually is slang for a switch engine, choo-choo train engine.
Oh, I'm going to say no. I know there's some locomotive type things, but it's not that. Am I wrong?
This is actually real. And I actually had this on the one episode you haven't watched yet.
Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty.
The Hartford Yard Goats are, it's actually a thing. Hartford, Connecticut, minor league baseball team. Yard Goats. That's not
the one we did with.
It's slang. No.
Okay, because that was a train thing.
Anyways, that's it. We're gonna move on to the next one. All right, here we go, and I'll give you the story behind this one.
Can I quit now that I'm still in the passing grade?
No. We still have like a lot more questions.
Okay.
Or mascots. The Arizona Flaming Squirrels, known for halftime acorn launching contest. Real or fake?
I want it to be real.
Real or fake?
Fake.
That is true.
Oh, son of a.
No. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. You are correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So now,
I want that to be real, though. That's quite amazing.
Okay.
So all you minor league baseball teams that change your mascots.
Let me see. You got Savannah Bananas, right? You got the Moon Cows.
I've gotten 4 out of 5.
Yeah. The only one you haven't got is Yard Goats.
Yeah.
All right. But 4 for 5. Here we go. Moving on. Actually, 3 for 4. Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Bananas. You got bananas. You got Moon Cows. And you got Flaming Squirrels. The Yard Goats was one you got. Okay, number 5, Akron Rubber Ducks. Akron is history of the rubber industry inspiring the name. Is that real or fake?
Why? Real?
Real. Akron Rubber Ducks are a real thing. All right.
I bet their mascot's adorable.
Yeah. The Boise Battle Beavers. The mascot carries a chainsaw and wears camouflage overalls.
In Boise?
Mm-hmm. Real or fake? Now we're talking minor league baseball.
Oh, fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should know that.
Yes. It's
Hawks,
like
Boise Hawks.
I was trying to go through all the high schools. And I was like, I have never. Hey, Oregon. If you'd have put it in Oregon, I might have believed you.
Yes. And these are minor league baseball teams.
Oh, all of them are.
All of them are. These are all.
Well, now you tell me.
Okay. Which the Savannah Bananas right now aren't anymore, but they were.
Got you. So, yes, they started out as a minor league baseball team.
All right. So number 7, the Montgomery Biscuits. The mascot is a giant biscuit named Big Mouth.
I'm going to say yes.
That is true. Montgomery Biscuits is a real team, and they have a giant.
Somehow, I think I've seen it.
You might have. All right. The Las Vegas Neon Lizards. The mascot supposedly glows under black light during introductions.
A lizard?
Neon Lizards. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. That's a hard one because you've got the desert and like scorpions and certain things glow under black light.
And then neon lights of Vegas. Mm-hmm. So fake.
Fake.
That is true. Or it is fake. You're
correct.
Would
you stop with that?
You are correct. It is fake.
Okay.
All right. The Rocket City Trash Pandas.
It's real.
Pandas, nicknames for raccoons. That is real. Yeah.
It's real.
Very real.
We've talked about that.
All right. And then the last one, number 10, Battle Creek Spleens.
Spleens.
Yep. The Battle Creek Battle Jacks, known as the Battle Creek Spleens. Actual spleen is a temporary alternative identity inspired by an old baseball history.
No.
That is true. That is real. There's a real mascot. No. The Spleens.
I got 2 wrong.
That's wrong. That's around about 80%.
Okay. I'll take it.
That's a B.
Fast.
I got a couple bonus ones here. I got 2 here. Oh. I'm going to name all 3, and you got to pick the real one between the 3. There's going to be 2 rounds of this. Round A, Macon Bacons, Tulsa Turnips, Dakota Corn Weasels.
Macon Bacons.
Macon Bacons is real. The real one. Good. Last one.
I almost went with the corn weasel.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
That was a good one. All right. Iowa Oatmealers, the
That's
Rocky Mountain
terrifying.
Vibes, and the Fresno Flaming Alpacas.
Oh, dear God. Say them again.
Iowa Oatmealers,
I'm going to say no to that one.
Rocky Mountain Vibes, no Flaming Alpacas.
I'm going to go with Fresno.
No.
The Vibes?
It's the Vibes.
Almost went with that one. Fine.
All right. Hey, no, you did good. I think you did a pretty good job. A lot better than I probably would have done. On some of these. All right. So that's leading us into our mascot of the week.
All right.
All right. Mascot of the week. It takes us to a legend / a little bit tall tale story that came with this nickname. All right. So,
Okay.
all right. You ready to hear about Johnny Appleseed?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, the story goes, his real name was John Chapman. He was born in the 1700s and became famous for traveling across the American frontier, planting apple orchards throughout places like Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. He became known as the wandering outdoorsman who helped settle and giving communities access to apple trees and orchards. Over time, he became an American legend, and the details matter in this baseball story. According to folklore, Johnny Appleseed often wore a tin cooking pot on his head like a hat. Okay, imagine showing up to a baseball game wearing cookware in your head. You'd absolutely end up on social media, right?
Today, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
But Johnny Appleseed spent his final years of his life in Fort Wayne, and he actually is buried there. The city embraced the history for generations. But when Fort Wayne's baseball
Are they the
team,
potheads?
it's not the potheads.
That would be
Good guess.
amazing.
There we go. So when Fort Wayne's baseball team decided to rebrand in 2009, it wanted something that truly,
Like a minor league team?
yes, it's one of the minor league teams. It's a high A team.
Okay.
They wanted something that truly represented the city at the time, and the team had been called the Wizards. But with a brand new downtown stadium opening, they wanted a fresh identity and eventually landed on the tin caps as tribute to Johnny Appleseed's famous tin pot hat.
Okay.
Yep. The logo itself is incredible. It features an apple wearing a tin cap, combining Johnny Appleseed's story with agriculture roots to the area. Fort Wayne Tin Caps are now a high A affiliated with the San Diego Padres. They play at Parkview Field, which is constantly rated one of the best stadiums in minor league baseball. And here's something cool. The team officially became the Tin Caps in 2009. Immediately won the Midwest League Championship the same year.
Hear me out, guys. Hotheads might be.
I think it kind of
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. It takes away from potheads would take away from it, but it'd be funny.
Yep.
And most minor league baseball names are a little out there.
Yep.
But I like it. That's cool.
Fort Wayne is located in northeastern Indiana, actually the second largest city in the state. And the metro area is 400,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Still strong Midwest community feel. The city became important because of the three rivers met there, St. Joseph, St. Mary's, and it's a Maumee River. I say it. Maume. I'm sorry, people in Indiana. I butchered the river's name. Making it a transportation and trade hub for years. Today's economy is built around manufacturing, healthcare, defense industry, logistics, technology. It's pretty affordable. Housing and rent is lower than the national average. And there you go. Johnny Appleseed's Fort Wayne.
Kept strong, huh?
Yeah. The tin caps of Fort Wayne.
I like it.
All right. Hey, so that's it for episode. Just to let you know, the Colston Loveland tickets were won at the raffle. People who won it.
Well, the Savannah Banana tickets were won at Colston's
the Colston's fundraiser. You're going to get, there's 2 tickets. You get to join me and the coach's wife at the August 1st game between the Party Animals and Texas on the Blue. It'll be pretty special.
I think it's going to be fun.
Baseball game on the Blue.
I think it's going to be fun.
All right. For the coach's wife, I'm Chad, a.k.a. Coach Huddy. Thank you. Have a good day.